Hi, my name is Mark, and welcome again to another tutorial. And this time, we're going to talk about Microsoft Excel. Okay? Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet application developed by Microsoft, which features calculation, graphing tools, pivot tables, and even macro programming language called Visual Basic for applications. We can incorporate programming actually in Microsoft Excel. Going to the next slide are the terminologies in spreadsheet. Cell is the intersection of row and column. Range, these are series of two or more adjacent cells. When you select two or more cells, that's what we actually refer to that as a range. The cells that are selected within that are under the range. Next is grid lines, horizontal and vertical lines on the worksheet. Workbooks, notebooks containing a collection of worksheets. So basically, one whole file of a spreadsheet of Microsoft Excel is we consider that as a workbook. Now, worksheets, on the other hand, it's like pages inside the workbook. Now, when you open a document in Microsoft Excel or open a new file, you will, by default, you'll have three sheets or worksheets, and you can see that below your screen. Sheet tabs used to display the sheet name at the bottom of a workbook. Okay, so four major parts of Microsoft Excel are the worksheets, the charts, the tables, and the web support. Okay, next is active cell. This is the one that is selected. Below are the ways to identify the active cell, surrounded by a heavy border or a bold lines, column heading and row heading. Sorry for that. The column heading and the row heading are in bold. Name box displays the active cell reference. Okay, this is the Excel window. So you can see here, we have here, I'll open to you the actual Microsoft Excel window. Here. Okay, this is the actual Microsoft Excel window. You have, this version is 2000, I think this is 2016. This is the ribbon. Okay, this is where when you click on the menu, the insert, menu items, page layout, or formulas, and so on and so forth. All these items here are under this ribbon. Okay, and that is how you access that. Okay, so just click on it, and then you have this following ribbons. Now, enough with the presentation. Now we're going to talk about the Microsoft Excel. Let me just check if I'm actually okay. Okay, so going back. So this is the user interface of the document or the document portion of Microsoft Excel. Now, for us to better understand what Microsoft Excel really is, let's try to do some inputting of formulas, because this is what and where Microsoft Excel really excels. Excel excels. Okay, so this is the name box here, and these are the cells and active cells. So, what is a formula? Okay, what is a formula? Formula is actually a simple calculation that involves either multiplication, division, subtraction, addition, or even the parenthesis. Okay, of course, the formula will always start with an equal sign. Okay, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so if you write a formula, so you have to write the equal sign first. Example, 5 plus 6, and then press enter. Automatically, you'll have the answer. How about if we do that in a cell? So let's say, for example, for this we'll have equal sign. We'll have two numbers, for example 5 and 6. So let's put a formula here, equal sign. We have to be able to identify the label of the cell. So this is D2. Okay, D2. You can actually just click it, or you can actually type it also. D2 plus this one, E2, or you can just click it also, then press it there. So the answer is 11. So you have this formula. The advantage of using a formula is that if you have a formula, even if you change this, for example 56, automatically the formula on that particular cell will display the updated value. So for this, let's say for example 34, you press enter, automatically you'll have the value. Okay, so that's using formulas. Let's try some other examples. Let's try equals 5. Let's try to the parenthesis 5 plus 6 parenthesis times is asterisk. Okay, sorry, what happened to my 5 plus 6 parenthesis times or asterisk 9, then press enter, you'll have that answer. Okay, so 5 plus 6 is 11 times 9 is, that's why you have it as 99. Okay, so you'll see that beside the mathematical signs, you may also use brackets, okay, numbers, or even call addresses. Okay, that's formulas. What about functions? Because it's also what I did last time. For this one, I used formula. It equals to D2 plus E2. How about functions? This is okay if you using formulas is okay if you only have few numbers to perform. What about if you have lots and lots of it? So let's say for example, this number, and then this number, another number, another number, another number. Okay. Okay. So sorry. Let's transfer the position. Okay. Okay. So if you have even more than this, would you want to just type it equal sign and then type the name box or click on it? Say for example equal sign, and then this one plus this one plus, and so on and so forth. What if you have hundreds of this? Are you going to do that one by one? Okay, so my point is we can actually use and a better way of being able to do that, and easier and faster. Okay, how do we do that? We use the function. Okay, so function, we use a very useful function that we have here is the auto sum, this one here. Okay, so you just click on this and wherever you'd like the answer to be, and then click on auto sum. Automatically it will detect the ones adjacent to it, but you can actually also specify, like for example this, and then you can hop to other cells by holding on the control key, click and click. Okay, and then press enter. So this is the sum of all those numbers. Okay, so as you can see, if you actually know what to do and how to use functions, okay, so example is, which is the auto sum, your work will be even faster and easier. Okay, so that's an example of the difference between, let me just type it, that difference between using formula and function. That's just a very basic example of using this one is formula, using it, but sometimes formula, especially if formulas are complex, you better do it that way, because functions has their own, it's like preset, so it has a standard, okay, but anyway you can still modify the, uh, the functions, okay. So next is, another example is using the average, okay. So for this, how do you get the average for this? You add all of this divided by how many? 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So you add that all divided by 8. So that is how you get it using a formula. But you can actually get the average by just using this one here, this function average. Okay, let's try that function average. So G5, so let's just try to highlight the numbers that we need to get the average, and then press enter, and there you go, you got the average. Okay, so functions are actually located here. You have you can try some of this as a sort of exercise, and there are actually other more functions that you can use. Okay, so but also bear in mind that sometimes there's let's say there are differences between using functions. Let's say, for example, the sum of, let's have this, okay, auto sum, let's put the answer is supposed to be here, auto sum of this, and that is how you write it, is actually different from equals to sum of this one comma this one. No. Let's have for this to be clearer for you to understand. Let's move these numbers here and remove these other values. So I'm just gonna set sum. I use this to illustrate the difference between this sum A5 to colon F5. Okay, and there's another one which is sum. I'm not gonna put the equal sign so that it will stay as so that you understand that it's it will stay as letters. I'm sorry, as text. Because if I put an equal sign, it will be converted to value. A5 comma F5. Okay. So let's try to do it with the equal sign, because this is A5 up to F5, so this is supposed to give us the sum. So I'm just gonna put the equal sign here. There it is. And then how about this function? I'm gonna put the equal sign. It's gonna be the answer. It did not what it did was actually um, add 56 and 2 because we just used the comma. Okay, there's a difference between using comma and the colon. Okay, so be careful with using the comma and the colon. Okay, so just a reminder. Okay, so this is an introduction. This is actually just an introduction of how we can use Excel. Okay, and Excel will really excel when you use numbers. Okay, and you use formulas, you use functions. Okay, so this is just an introduction, guys. I hope you'll be you learn out things out of this, and I'll be doing some more videos on a tutorial on Microsoft Excel. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye.